So let's get back to business. My laptop actually had a flat battery the last time and it switched off. So as we were talking about, or let me say, as we were saying the last time, I was trying to like brush on it. And, when we brush on something like this, you can actually switch colors. When you come here, you can see a very little angle with arrow at the edges. When you click on it, you see how they switch. You see how it switch. So when we switch to red and you color on it, click on B, or you can just come around here, the brush tool. You click on B, you can see. You can only see it on a white background because it's on white, but if it's on this place, you can't see it. Red on red, you can't see it. It's invisible. So, but you can actually see it here. So that's the true essence of it. So you can actually pick the two colors you're using consistently here for your work. And you can actually, if you don't want to use this color again, you can actually come here to reset it to black and white. So you can see it's back to black and white again. And then you can actually pick color. If you want to choose color, you can click on here. You can see the whole color palette is going to be out. You can see these all shades of red. You can actually keep toggling it from red to orange. You can see something like orange here, from orange to yellow, yellow, green, all shades of green, blue, and down to purple, and others. So from here, you can actually pick any kind of color you want. And if you take your cursor out of it, you can see it will automatically change to the eyedropper tool. Eyedropper tool means you can actually use it to detect any color. For example, if you want to detect this exact red, just click on it. You can see this exact red. You can click on this white. You can see it change to the side. So the preview, you can find it here of the color you pick. If you want to pick on this green, you can just click here. You see, we have this green as well. So when you're done, if you want to click on OK, you can click on OK. You can click on cancel. So I know we had to swatch and color libraries. So let's not go down to this. Let me quickly explain something to you. There's something we call color code. There are something we call color code. This color code will guide you in how to pick color, how to find color. For example, any color you pick, the code is going to generate. You can see if you notice everything around here, they keep on changing as I change the color. Can you see? Can you see? So for example, now there is a yellow I wanted to pick. For example, I pick on this yellow now. So you can see this is the most important color code, this, and this. So you can see RGB, the R is 249, the G is 217, the B is 40. So, and you can see there is a code. You start from hash F9D928, meaning wherever you go, maybe you're on Paint, Corel Paint, or you're on Corel Draw. So you need to pick this exact same color. You can just input this code here, and you are just going to see the color. So that's how it works. So for example, let's say we want to pick on F. So 4F, 4F, 4F. Look at the color I was able to get. This is the color, something like ash. So there are different codes you can actually generate for different colors. So let's cancel that and let's cancel it. And yeah, that's all. And we have layers. So the other time I explained layer to most of you, but seems you didn't get it. So let me give a quick recap. The user interface, the interface of Photoshop is the same thing, but the way people arrange it is different depending on how you start your design. For example, myself, when I started my design journey, I was used to placing my layer around here and not here. But if you watch a lot of tutorials on YouTube, you'll find the layer somewhere here. So it's very simple, very easy. I can also put mine here. I just feel like I don't want to. I can just click on it here, drag it, and come and place it here. Again, you see somewhere around here. But I don't just feel like placing it here. Let me just leave it on this place so I can work with it like this. You see, you can even put it here. You can even come and put it here too. But for myself, just like I said, I love it this way. I want it here like this. So I'm going to leave it here. And you can see everything you find here, you can actually come to Windows here and pick it. If you want shortcuts to 3D, you want shortcuts, all this, you can actually pick them and what and place them around here. So they are just like presets as well. So let's cancel everything we have here so we can or is there any need? Okay, no, let me explain the layers to you. So we have what we call layers, and here they are. And just like I said the last time, layers work on Photoshop, or let me say, Photoshop work on layers. Photoshop work on layers. And I told you the last time how this layer works. For example, you want to toast bread or you want to prepare a burger. So, before you prepare a burger, you first place a semi bread, like half bread. You place it down, or a slice, you place it down. The next thing, maybe you put a butter on it. Then the next thing, maybe you put some vegetable or lettuce or cabbage. I don't know what to call them. You place them on it. Then you put your meat in them. Then you put several things, tomato and cucumber, everything. You place it. Then before you now place the the remaining semi bread, that's half bread, on top of it before you start eating it. So that's exactly how Photoshop works. So you can see here are for example, let's say here are the layers for Photoshop. So you can see from the background, this is the background, whatever color the background is, this welcome is on top of the background. So you can see if you move the background, you see it becomes so transparent. I told you, whenever I see something like this, boxes of white and black, whenever you see it, it means what? It means it's transparent. Sometimes you can actually see through it. That is why you see there's no background here. The welcome and all the jargons we wrote, you can see everything is very visible. So let's make the background visible now. So you can see it's turned something like this. So you can see the background is on, the welcome is on top of the background. That's why we can see it. If we place it under the background, you can see it. And this thing we wrote is actually on top of the welcome. That's why it's covering it. For example, if you drag the welcome up here, you can see that you will be able to see the welcome very clearly. So that's how that's how it works. Let me delete this layer and this welcome. Should I delete this welcome? Okay, this one. Delete work. Okay. E trying to B. It's not working. Um, it should work. Yeah. Clean everything up. So these are the defaults. Background looks like white. You actually don't work on background, so I made that as a mistake. So what we do is you create what? You create a new. Why is this thing doing like this now? It's supposed to change. What's wrong with Photoshop? What's all this? I guess probably because I opened so many files, that's why it's slowing down my PC. But promise you guys, the next time it won't be like this. I'll close down so many things and shut down the PC. So we have the background here. We have welcome. You can see the welcome because it's in color white. You get it's in color white. So if you want to see it, what you just do is you click on this background here. You just come here. You can see what? Create a new layer. If you want to create a new layer, you come here. You create a new layer from here, and we want to give the layer a color. Let's give it yellow. Let's bring it down here. Let's give it this kind of yellow. You click on OK. So G, and press. So while you click on it, you see, you can actually see the welcome now. Why? Because the welcome is white, and white on a white background, you won't see anything. See it here, and this white background. You can only see it when you remove this background. You can see welcome when the background is transparent. But when you leave the background as white, you can't see it. But when you now give it another color like yellow, you can actually see it. So you see, because what? This is the background. This is the top of of the layer. If you create another layer on top of welcome, it's going to cover welcome, except maybe it's placed around here or here. So if you drag this one up like this, you see it covers what? Welcome, because it's on top of it. It's just like if you put the bread on top of the meat it will, if you are looking at the burger from the top, you're going to see the bread is going to what? Cover the meat. You will be only seeing the bread. But if the bread is shifted down and the meat is at the top, you'll be seeing bread down and you'll be seeing the meat at the top. So that's how layers work. For example, if we've written welcome now, then the next thing we want to draw a circle. Want to draw a circle, so you have to create a new layer for it. And you come around here, you draw what's fair. Want to draw, but we have to change the color first, because the color here is looking like this background. Let's give it another catchy color. So let's give it red. So you draw, you click and drag while pressing down shift so that you can draw a perfect circle. So you leave it. So while you are done, you're going to see something like this. So here's property. That is if you want to edit it. I'm not editing, so I'll just click here to go inside. So you can see while it's like this, you click back on V to move V. So it's going to remove everything. So you see now V. You can now what? You can now use it to move it everywhere. So you can see when you move it on top of welcome, what it does, what it covers the welcome. Why? Because this layer is on top of welcome. But if you drag this layer down below welcome here, you can see welcome is now on top of it. So that's how layer basically works. Okay, I hope you all understand this. I hope you all understood this. So that's how everything is about Photoshop. And yeah, the last one, I think I actually taught you guys how to import pictures into Photoshop. I told you this is a simple way of doing that. Just go and look for the folder where your picture is. Just click on it and look for any type of picture. For example, I want to pick, I want to use this picture of, okay, let's say picture of the road, this one. So you click and drag. As you click and drag, you place it inside Photoshop here and you release it inside. So while you release it, you can see is either you leave it like this, you click on OK, this OK here. This cancel, if probably this is not the picture you pick, you want to cancel it. You see, if I cancel, it's going to leave. But if I go back to it and pick it again and place it inside, you see, then you can click on OK here if that's exactly the picture. And again, if you want to, maybe you want to consume the whole space, maybe you want this picture to cover everywhere here. All you just do is you just come here, you just click and drag the node to the edge here, and you can do the same to this place too. When you do that, then you can now click on OK. So you see, you cover everywhere with the transforming placed document. So we just wait for it to load. So while it's done like this, you see, everything we have been doing since you can't find it, right? Yeah, because we cover the picture with everything, and the picture is at the top of the layer here. But if you still want to see everything, you can just bring the picture down like this and leave it around here. So you're going to see welcome. You see welcome, you see this, but our background, you can't find it. Why? Because it's still on top of the background, except you want to make this invisible so you can see the background, or you make it visible and it's covered. So that's the end of our introduction to Photoshop, and I hope you all understood this, and I hope you go to YouTube to watch more videos and gain a lot of experience from there. And if you have any question, you can kindly ask me so we can find a solution to it, right? So thank you so much, guys, and have a nice day. See you in our next class. Bye.